there are few countries in the southern reaches of Africa as off the beaten track as Little Lesotho. Why? Well, for starters, it's landlocked and entirely encompassed by the popular lands of South Africa, the country, meaning it's not exactly the easiest place to get to. And then there's its veneer, spiked for the most part by impenetrable mountains of stark rock and sweeping plateaus of dusty sandstone, not the easiest place to navigate. But with Lesotho's difficulties, so too come its beauties. Today we share the top 10 best things to do in Lesotho so you can plan a trip and experience all the exciting attractions and activities this beautiful city has to offer. Starting with number 10. Tselane National Park. The undisputed jewel in the crown of Lesotho's national park system comes in the form of the sun-baked highlands of Tselane. Surrounded by the rock-ribbed peaks of the mighty Melody Mountains, also home to the Afri-Ski Resort, believe it or not, the region is famed for its rare woodland habitats and high altitudes of up to 5,600 meters above sea level. At number 9 is the Maseru. Welcoming, stable, small and on the up, Maseru might just be something of the odd one out when it comes to African capitals. Slowly being reconstructed after a period of upheaval in the late 90s, the town is now a charming and characterful place to while away a few days. The most noticeable landmark has to be the appropriately named Basotho Hat, which is actually a gift shop selling traditional Basotho arts and crafts. At number 8, Katse Dam. Blocking the meanders of the Malabamatso River as it flows down from the cold highlands of the country, the Katse Dam once reigned supreme as the largest of its kind in all of Africa. And while that superlative has been taken by the Tikis Dam of Ethiopia, there's no question that this dramatic wall of concrete and steel remains one of the continent's real engineering wonders. At number 7, Bokong. Nestled between the dramatic mountains just to the west of the aforementioned Katse Dam, the little hill town of Bokong is a great place to wax up the walking boots and hit the trails of central Lesotho. In the immediate vicinity, visitors will be able to discover the likes of the Lepakoa waterfall, crashing over the escarpments of rock that define Lesotho's highlands and plumes of mist and steam. At number 6 in our list, Limpopo. The sinewy mountains around Limpopo rise in hues of ochre and snow white during the winter. They conceal the fascinating historic sites of the Modding Valley, which have yielded evidence of human habitation in these parts of Lesotho since at least the Stone Age. Today, visitors can come and explore the unique history of the Limpopo Caves, where a well-rounded visitors center now offers an insight into the old Basotho kings and the ins and outs of traditional Basotho craft culture. At number 5, Thaba Bosiu. You could be forgiven for thinking that you'd been transported to the hoodoo-spiked lands of Arizona or Mexico when you first behold this vast and flat stretch of desert-like sandstone that dominates the landscape between the Orange and Caledon rivers. But no, this is still Lesotho, and the 2 square kilometers of elevated space offered by the Thaba Bosiu Plateau represents the historic natural fortress of the Basotho tribe, while the spot also served as a stronghold during the Basuto Wars, and against the Boers during the Basotho conflicts with the Orange Free State in the 1850s. At number 4, Mohali. Mohali is a beautiful place. Sprawled over the sculpted mountains right in the heart of the country, it's enveloped by sweeping highland panoramas on all sides. And while there are only a few who come to enjoy the less popular trekking away from Bokong and Tselane, most these days will flock into the region for a glimpse of the award-winning Mohali Dam. Intended as a backup to the aforementioned Katse Dam, this awesome structure counts a whopping 145 meters in height and bridges a wide crest on the Senkyunyane River of more than 700 meters in total. At number 3 in our list, Mafeting. Once a hot point of conflict during the gun wars of the late 19th century, and then subsequently a working mill town, Little Mafeting makes its home south of the Lesotho capital and close to the border with South Africa to the west. A place at once industrial and historic, it's known for its flair for local Fama music, and has a clutch of good hotels, local eateries, and bars besides. At number 2, Celebathebe National Park. The paradise on the tops of the Maloti Mountains, Celebathebe National Park occupies around 68 square kilometers on the very roof of Lesotho. It's actually joined at the hip with the Maloti Drakensberg Park National Park across the border in South Africa, and boasts the same breathtaking vistas of rolling highland savanna, wildflower meadows and verdant valleys overlooked by craggy faces of primeval stone. Check out the number 1 places in our list, Semankang. Nestled between the dusty escarpments of the Maseru district, close to the geographical heart of Lesotho as a whole, the little conglomeration of bamboo-top thatch villages and huts that is Semankang might not look like one of the most visited spots in the country, but it is. Well, that honor surely has to go to the mist-producing plumes of the Great Malatsunyane Falls, which can be found roaring over the edge of a tabletop mountain nearby. Now it's time to hear from you. What's your favorite things to do in Lesotho? Is there something we missed? Let us know in the comments section below, and don't forget to give this video a like and subscribe to Greenable if you haven't already. Click the bell icon to stay updated on all our latest content.